Hello everyone, this is Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. And you're going to have the opportunity to travel with Phil Scott to
sunny South Africa. You guys are going to have the opportunity to come to Johannesburg, and you guys are going to be coming to Durban. And we're going to set it up perfectly. It's going to be like a luxury experience for you guys. At the same time, you're going to be getting some culture. And of course, you're going to get an opportunity to talk to Phil, hang out with Phil, and get his views on Africa and South Africa.
You're also going to get an opportunity to explore the lifestyles here that are available in South Africa. And we're going to do all that for you in an amazing 10 days. We do hope that you go to the website and book, because we do look forward to seeing you here.
Absolutely. Our website is therealsouthafrica.com. Go there, scroll down. You'll see a picture of Phil, and just go ahead and book there. So we'll see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa.
So y'all know, typically when black voters, who are normally Democrats, right, step off the plantation, if you will, and have an idea of their own, or start to thinking rationally, like, why do we continue voting for the Democrats if we're getting nothing for it? They often get accused of being bots, right, or being influenced by the Republicans. And to me, that's a very insulting thought, because it's like, for one, says, you guys are stupid and you cannot think on your own. You need to be told what to do. And that normally comes from the Democrats, right? Like, if we're not telling black people what to think, then, you know, they can't think for themselves. That's kind of what that insinuates. Well, I actually saw this clip on Brother Terrain Walker's page, where he took a clip from Deadline White House with the host Nicole Walker, and Eddie Glaude Jr. said this. Check it out.
There are folks out there, the ADOS movement, the American descendants of slaves, who are making hay in all sorts of places across the country and have a presence on the web. They're not bots. They're not Russian folk. They're actually trying to have an impact on the way in which we talk about race in this country. And unless we understand and be able to differentiate these various forces, we're going to lump them all into the same thing and not understand the nature of the dangers that we...
So as you heard him say, you know, basically, I'm paraphrasing, y'all better quit trying to say that American descendants of slaves, right, and the workers union and all these other people who are saying, hey, you know, what about us? Or they have a gripe with the Democratic Party. Y'all better stop saying that it's the bots. And in some cases, y'all better stop saying, oh, it's the Republicans that are influencing them. Like, no, they have a legitimate beef. And because you all are mad that they're starting to be what they say free thinkers, y'all want to dismiss them as being influenced, right? Again, very insulting. Now, Eddie Glaude, if you don't know who he is a professor at Princeton, a TV pundit, as you can see, among a whole host of other things. And he seems to be pretty intelligent, right? And so there he is, admonishing Nicole Walker, and then you saw Joy Reid and a couple other the usual suspects there listening, like, oh, because, you know, they really hate when the subject of reparations come up, because that's what American descendants of slaves, or slavery rather, are wanting. We want our money, right? We want that 40 acres and a mule that was promised to our ancestors so many years ago. We still have not gotten that. And so whenever black people in America talk like that, it's, oh, it's the bots or the Republicans, or, and first of all, ain't no Republican putting not a damn black person in America up for asking for no reparations, because we know that the Republicans aren't on board either. In fact, there's a Republican somewhere in Florida talking about we want to put it on the bill that if the Florida gives any reparations, then they don't get any federal money and all this other stuff, right? So we know the Republicans ain't doing that. I mean, come on, can we think for a moment here? That is nonsense to think that the Republicans will put anybody black up to say anything about reparations, right? And so, again, as he said, it's a mistake, which is why the Democratic Party is losing appeal to black voters, because a lot of black voters are getting on code. Big ups to us, right? Getting on code and saying, all right, enough of the shenanigans, enough of being silly and voting for more of nothing. Enough of being scared into thinking, well, if Trump comes back, it's you guys' fault because you didn't show up and you didn't vote for the Democrat and you guys allowed Trump to come back. First of all, we didn't allow Trump to do nothing. See, we ain't allowed to do nothing in this country. They always talk about how we don't have no power to do this, that, and other. But somehow we got the power to let Trump come back into office. Like, listen, y'all, let's like really think about these things that are said about us. We're powerless in any other situation, but we now all of a sudden we pulling the strings as to who can go up into the White House. Now, of course, we know that's kind of true because Democrats can't get in the White House without black people. But on the other hand, the Democrats are telling you, well, if y'all don't vote for us, you ain't black. No, for real. Joe Biden didn't say that. But if you don't vote for us, even if you don't vote for nobody, that's a vote for Trump. That's a vote for Trump. And I'm glad people are really starting to point that out. Like Sean King said it the other day. He said he ain't voting for Joe Biden. He said he don't care if Obama told him to do it himself. He said, I ain't voting for Joe Biden for a whole host of reasons, right? But he said, stop telling people that if they don't vote, that's a vote for Trump. A no vote is a no vote. That's not a vote for Trump. But see, that's the scare tactics that the Democrats use, especially with black people, that, hey, listen, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, then you guys might as well just go ahead and vote for Trump. You know, and it's like, well, if I wanted to vote for Trump, I would do that. And if I want to sit at home, because now they're saying that sitting on the couch is actually, you know, a choice, right? It's a vote to sit on the couch. And you're going to allow Trump to come in office if you sit on the couch. No, you're sitting on the couch and you're saying, well, I'm not going to vote for the Republicans because they don't really like black people much either. And I'm not going to vote for the Democrats because they have been thumbing their nose at black people, lying to black people and all this other stuff for all these years while doing for everybody else, right? So again, to Mr. Glaude's point, y'all stop dismissing black voters as being influenced by bots or that they are bots and all that. They have a legitimate concern. They want y'all, Democrats and everybody else in the Washington Congress to write a check, okay? Nobody's influencing them to do that other than history, historical data that says what has happened to our ancestor and what is happening to us even to this day as to why we need a giant check, okay? No Republican is responsible for that thought process. So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And before you leave, if y'all can swing over to AfricanDiasporaNews.org and invest in the app so that we can be on here less and over there more, because that app is actually designed with you in mind so that you can speak your mind. I wasn't even trying to rhyme there. But anyway, for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube.